What's up YouTube, Jordan here with Pulse Review, the channel where you get a quick take on the hottest products, and today we are going to be reviewing the Logitech G603. Now this is a video in a larger series of videos where we're reviewing every single wireless mouse in Logitech's lineup. So if you want to check out any of the other mouses in Logitech's lineup, go ahead and visit my profile and go to that playlist. We're going to be reviewing 6 different key points about the Logitech G603, so you're going to want to stick around for those. They are the sensor responsiveness, the customizability and special features, the weight and the size of the mouse, the aesthetic appeal, the battery life, and last but not least, the price point of this mouse. And at the end of the video, I will wrap it up with my overall take on, is this mouse worth the money? Should you pick it up? So you're gonna wanna stick around till the end. We're gonna get this sucker out of the box. Okay guys, time to talk about the sensor. Actually, before I talk about the sensor, if you enjoyed that unboxing portion of the video, let me know in the comments and smash the like button. So the sensor is a 12,000 DPI Hero sensor from Logitech. So 12,000 DPI, it's a little bit lower than some of their other Logitech mice that go up to 16,000. But with that said, I don't know, let me know in the comments below, but if you guys are going above 12,000 DPI, that's a super high sensitivity for the mouse. I know those two are a little bit different than, DPI and sensitivity, but if you have that high of a DPI, your mouse is moving pretty fast. And I personally can't keep up. I stick around 3,000, and to me that feels pretty fast. So along with the 12,000 DPI sensor, you get a 1 millisecond response time with the Lightspeed wireless technology Logitech has built into the USB receiver. So that means essentially no lag. And I have to say, while using and testing this mice out, I experienced no issues at all. So if that's a holdup for you on these wireless mice, then throw that out the window. You're gonna wanna pick one of these up and test it out for yourself. So here's the special features included on this mouse. You get 6 customizable buttons. You get 5 different presets for the DPI settings. You get a quick switch DPI button right here on the mouse. So you just click that button and it's gonna cycle through your presets for your DPI settings. If you're gonna take advantage of all of these features, be sure to download the Logitech G Hub software. I'll have that link in the description below for you guys to download. All of the different programmable buttons and other special features like RGB settings, you're not going to be able to mess with at all if you don't download this software. And it also has dual connectivity options with the Lightspeed wireless, which is through the USB receiver, or you can do Bluetooth. So if your PC or laptop has Bluetooth options, that's great for you. If you have a dual PC setup and you're switching between the two, you could actually just use one mouse, which could come in handy for sure. The last little special feature I'll mention is it's got a nice little compartment in the top of the mouse. You pop this entire front plate off. You got the battery storage right there. Well, not storage, but battery powering the mouse. And then if you look at the bottom here, you get the USB dongle or receiver. You pull this out and you can see there's a nice little storage slot for it. So if you ever have to move with this mouse and travel with it, then this thing will stay nicely tucked inside and you won't have to worry about losing it. Next up, we're going to talk about the weight and the size of this mouse. So this mouse weighs 4.78 ounces or 135 grams with the batteries inside. And I think that's why this mouse is so heavy. It takes 2 AA batteries to power. That's adding a lot of weight. So if you really want a lightweight mouse, you might want to skip this. Me personally, the weight of the mouse doesn't really affect me. I have a pretty big hand, and yeah, it does feel heavier in my hand when I move it around, but I get used to it over time. So as far as the size goes, it's pretty average compared to the other Logitech mice. For me, it's a little bit small. I do have pretty long fingers, but I can manage. My fingers overhang a little bit on the ends, but it's okay. Now we're going to talk about the aesthetic of the mouse. So I have to say the aesthetic, a little bit lacking here. It still has clean lines, nice solid, design from Logitech, but there's nothing fancy going on. There's no textures, there's no glossy runways running through it as a lot of other Logitech mouses have. So I'm a little bit disappointed. There's no RGB as well. That said, if the aesthetic isn't very important to you, then, who cares? Just pick it up anyways. On to the battery life. So we're getting 500 hours out of these 2 AA batteries on high mode. So that's something I should tell you guys about. There is a high mode and a low mode. So the low mode is like an endurance mode. It lengthens the battery life of the mouse. So you're actually gonna get 18 months on low mode. Now, that's some great battery life right there, but it's not rechargeable, and a lot of other Logitech mice have that feature, and I gotta say, that's a really nice feature to have when you don't have to worry ever about replacing batteries. Okay, last thing we gotta talk about is the price point. So this one comes in at 70 bucks. Really not so bad. It's kind of a budget option. I know what you're thinking, it seems pretty pricey even at 70, but you gotta keep in mind that these are wireless mice, and wireless mice as a whole are just more expensive than their counterparts. Then throw it on top of that, you have Logitech, a pretty solid gaming company across all computer peripherals really, and you have $70, which is actually more of a budget option from Logitech when it comes to these wireless mice. The only one cheaper would be the G305 at $60. So should you pick one up? Well, I have to say, I think this is a great budget option from Logitech. With the impressive battery life and low price point, I don't think it will disappoint. All right guys, that's it for me. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Leave a comment below if you have any questions about this mouse or any of other Logitech wireless mouses, and let me know what kind of videos you guys would like to see me do next.